He used the crystal skull to evade the poisonous ants. The ants seemed to have met their nemesis and scattered in all directions. At the critical moment, his companion could only stand on a tree stump, grab the vines above his head, and escape disaster. The clever ants quickly built a ladder and crawled towards Annie. One ant crawled onto her leg but was crushed to death by her thigh. Suddenly, her subordinates arrived in a car to rescue them. They escaped to the edge of a cliff, and Annie planned to use a rope to go down the cliff to search for the lost treasure. When they descended the mountain, the tribesmen surrounded them, leaving them with no escape. The old man raised the crystal skull, and the tribesmen were too scared to approach. Seeing that the method was effective, they immediately fled to a nearby ancient building to find clues to the treasure. They came to a stone-faced statue, and Jack discovered that this was the entrance to the treasure. He lifted a rock and smashed the statue with force, and then a large amount of yellow sand gushed out from the opening. The group looked up at the sky in horror, discovering that the stone pillars from hundreds of years ago had begun to move and were converging inward at an extremely fast speed. The vibration caused by the stone pillars touching each other resulted in the ground collapsing, and they fell into the hole. When they woke up again, they found themselves in the legendary Golden Castle. The moment they stepped inside, they were shocked by the scene before them. Not only were there countless antiques stored inside, but also a large amount of gold, silver, and jewels scattered all over the ground. However, the old man beside them didn't care about these things at all. He came to a large door, and then he took out a crystal skull. According to legend, the crystal skull in the old man's hand was the key to the Golden Castle. He placed the skull in the groove, and the door instantly opened. The moment they walked through the door, they thought they were hallucinating. The room emitted a golden glow, and there were 12 crystal sculptures placed around. The attentive Annie noticed that one of the crystal sculptures was missing a skull. She walked over with the crystal skull in her hand, and suddenly, an eerie scene occurred.